Alright, welcome people back to the second part of this video. And yeah, we're just gonna continue with our disassembly of the iPhone 12 motherboard and the entire body. And we're just gonna finish it off in this video as quick as we can. So yeah, let's get to it. So, in the last video we saw how we could take apart most of the phone, which is the easy part. In my opinion, the battery is the hardest part because I just can't figure out how to do the ones with the pull tabs correctly. So I always end up doing it some other way, but yeah, let's just finish this up. So yeah, we're just gonna take this little piece apart first so that we can do the battery after. So let me focus the camera on the phone. And let's get these 3 screws out from right here. Yes, 2 of them are the same, the other one is not. So we just have to place them in the right order to later reassemble everything. So yeah, from here on out it's pretty simple, honestly. Oh wait, it is the same screws, never mind. So yeah, just a couple details left and we're pretty much done here. So yeah, now we can just pull this out, I hope. There we go. We can place that right there with its screws in order. And we got that piece off. Well, we need this piece. This is where the flashlight is hidden, right underneath that. So we get our special screwdriver, one there, another there, and one more right over here. And we should be able to take this plastic piece off, unless I'm confused. But I'm not, so that's good. Let's see what else this is stuck to. The microphone and this piece right there, as you guys can tell. So this piece just, yeah, it's stuck to the microphone right over there underneath. Right there, there's a microphone, and it's stuck to this little piece right there, which is probably an antenna or something. So let's just get that out of the way real quick. One screw. And the other screw. Pretty small, so you make sure you keep track of them. Here, we're definitely gonna need some alcohol to loosen everything up nicely. And then we get our plastic spudger. And we try to disconnect, well, loosen more like the microphone right there. So you just see that piece just came off. Let me just, right there. Never mind, that just did not work. There we go, I'll just put free focus and hopefully it focuses. So what I'm doing is I'm putting the spudger underneath and I'm trying to just pry up gently. There we go, and it's loose. And it comes off just like that. And we can store this somewhere else, we're not gonna forget. With its screws in the right order. Especially the small ones, the bigger ones are harder to confuse. So yeah, we'll just put that away over there. And we got that piece off as well. Now I'm not sure. Oh, this piece just came off as well. I'll show you where that goes. That's with the loudspeaker mesh basically. So I'll just save that somewhere there now that it came off. I'm just not sure if this piece comes. Okay, it doesn't come with that mesh over there, so we're gonna have to take that out as well. And sometimes that can be really tricky because this is stuck there, so we might have to actually apply some heat. I'll show you how to do that last, I guess, once we have everything else out. So now we have no choice but to remove the battery because everything else is kind of interconnected. So here comes the worst part, in my opinion at least. So just the idea is to get these pull tabs out. But they're stuck on it pretty firmly, so You just have to loosen them up slowly and nicely. And they already break. So yeah, that's what I just hate about this. So the idea is to just grab on this and pull, but once you pull too hard or too quick, it just instantly breaks. So a trick is to just roll it up with the screwdriver just like that and just pull as straight as you can and pull as minimum as you can and just keep rolling basically. And you can already tell I'm doing this wrong. But yeah, you just pull it out like that. And hopefully it comes off as easy for you as it did for me. Because most of the times I can't get it out like that. And it just ends up being a fight with some alcohol and sometimes even a little bit of heat to loosen this thing up and just take it all off. So I'm just trying to get this thing out. As you can see right there. See, it just breaks off, so it's a little tricky, honestly. I hate this, but I'm just trying to get underneath there and somehow grab a hold of it without pinching the battery or anything, because you do that, you're gonna start a fire, so you don't want that. So yeah, I'm just loosening it up. It's not going so well, honestly. That's why I said just hate this. There is a trick to it, I just can't seem to grasp it yet. I see some people doing it some weird ways with some weird tools, and they just roll it all up and they just get it all out at once, and I'm like, how? I don't know how. But yeah, it's the same idea, just that this one is a little longer. So you just have to get it out slowly, little by little. Just like that. And just keep rolling. And it broke. That's why I just really hate this, because, yeah. But as long as we get the other ones up top, the one underneath should be pretty loose. So yeah, I just slide this underneath, break that seal loose. As I said, this is pretty annoying and this just takes me years. I'm doing it pretty fast now actually, so I'm kind of surprised. If I were you, I would just skip forward on this part, unless you have the same problem as me. I mean, there are other ways to just remove the battery. It just doesn't look as nice and smooth and beautiful when you do it any other way, but hey, who cares? Sometimes really it doesn't matter. But I do want to preserve this battery nice and pretty, so I'm trying to do it the supposedly right way. Now, you do have to keep in mind, this is, Apple just makes the worst pull tabs. There are plenty of other phones that have the same method of removing the battery, and I can tell you, these pull tabs never break on those other phones. It's just iPhone. I don't know why they do this. They just don't want you repairing their phones, I guess, really. That's why they have all their things encrypted together. Yeah, that's just not gonna work out. I already broke it. I could technically grab that again and try again. But if not, I'm just gonna start applying alcohol and stop wasting your guys' time and mine. See, I'm just trying to grab that piece and pull, but can't even grab it with the tweezers at this point. Okay, I think I got it. The thing is, I think you just are not supposed to, you're not supposed to roll it, I guess. That you're not supposed to pull it too far, but I'm honestly done. So the rest you can just put in a plastic spudger, apply some pressure from underneath, get some alcohol, slip it through, let it sit for a few seconds, and it will just come loose. Honestly, if you do it like that from the very start, it'll take you maybe 2 minutes instead of this whole 5 or 10 minutes that you guys have been watching this right now of me embarrassing myself. But hey, I'm just giving you and showing you the way of how to do it. You can just choose the way you want to do it. I mean, obviously, if you're just going for a battery replacement and you don't care about how the battery is gonna look after, just put in some alcohol, pry it up, and you're good to go. Or just get a bunch of iPhones and practice as much as you want until you master that trick. But in my opinion, there are a lot of other more important things to master than that. So I personally don't invest a lot of time in that. And yeah, I'm just prying up on the battery a little bit here. We should be pretty loose, honestly. There we go. And just like that, we're out. See how much easier that was? You just pry it up, it still looks decent, just there's that. But you can just manually remove that, as you guys can tell right there, because it comes nice and loose. But yeah, I'm not gonna do that right now, so you guys can do it yourselves. But that's how you, I guess I just showed you two ways how you can remove the battery. So yeah, let's continue with the rest. So the rest from here on is just really straightforward. You only have the buttons left and whatever this is right here. This serves no purpose, it's just some kind of a shield. I don't know why it's so stuck in there. So yeah, I just remove that, and you have yourselves an antenna here. You have yourself the button here. You got the wireless charger with some magnets underneath that. I'm not going to show you guys how to remove the magnets because that's just a very simple process. You can figure it out yourself. You just have to take them out and place them on the new one if your body doesn't come with one. And you have an antenna here, the other 3 buttons that are here connected right there, and another antenna right here, and then this part where you have the microphone meshes as well. So I'll just show you guys how to take that apart as well real quick. So yeah, let's remove the buttons first because they're kind of all stuck together. So yeah, got 2 screws right there, Phillips head. You get your screwdriver. Is it Phillips head? Yes, it is. I just grabbed the wrong screwdriver. So yeah. Just like that, you're loose. Don't pull on anything yet because it's all kind of interconnected. Probably with this whole piece, and if not, whatever. We'll just take the whole thing apart at once. So yeah, that's the screws for one. And then right over here we have these 3. So there's 1, 2, and 1 more right over there. Also Phillips head. You do want to keep these in order because some of them are longer than the other ones. So don't mix them up. They're all supposed to go in the same place just like you took them out. See, that second one was longer because that part is thicker. So let's see if this guy wants to come loose. There we go. And we can leave that right over there. Cool. Now you just get yourself a plastic spudger and you can start from here. And you guys can see this is what I'm doing. I just get this underneath there and just kind of slowly and gently go over the edges. See, it's interconnected with this whole piece. So here you can really do 2 things. You can either apply alcohol or some heat from underneath, I like to use alcohol, and if it doesn't work, then I just switch to heat. And yeah, this whole piece is basically just connected with the buttons from the other side all together into one. So yeah, you want to be extremely careful here and just peel from the sides because you don't want to break the charging coil here. So let's see where I can get in from. Probably from here. Remember, the goal here is to take out the charging coil, not the magnets, because they're kind of connected apart. They're not together. So yeah, I'm just trying to insert this right underneath. Let's see, we can just peel this up a little bit. This is just a sticker. The good stuff is on the inside. After this part, I guess. You guys can see there's a line there. So this is on top of the magnets. We don't really care about it too much. We just want to get underneath. So yeah, that's probably not the best way to take it apart. I've done this better. But it's my phone, so I don't really care how it's gonna look. I just want to show you guys how you can do it. Right there. And just going right underneath. Starting to get a little bit confused because I'm not sure where the coil is. Oh, it's still another layer underneath. Wow. Well, that's annoying. So yeah, as you guys can see, I'm just ripping everything apart. Don't worry, it is just a sticker, but it's definitely not gonna look pretty anymore. So I'm just gonna go in from here, honestly. Just like that. Maybe that was the right way to do it from the start, but I haven't done this in such a long time. So yeah, you see the coil right there? As long as the coil isn't damaged, which is fine, just like that. The rest was just stickers and decoration, I guess. So yeah, once you got that loose, you just keep trying to get it loose. And then see where they're all connected. I'm just basically trying to follow this line right over there. And then I guess you can start going backwards. Right there. You can pull out this button. Just like that. This button is extremely annoying on this phone, so I don't even recommend taking that out. Oh, I forgot a screw right there. That's why it's so tight. So there were 4. Guess I'll have to remember that one. Oh, I just mixed it up almost with the rest. And yeah, we'll just get these pieces out nice and loose. Yeah, we'll just get the plastic spudger, get underneath those lines basically, and just pry up. Well, you just slide and it does the job for you, honestly. So yeah, that's just some glue. You get rid of that. Oh, well, I almost broke it, so you gotta be careful with that. As long as it's still attached, you'll be good. If not, I can always resolder it back. But yeah, it's more or less how you do it. And there you go. You got that whole assembly loose. I think you could just get that together later and we're good to go. All right, I'll just put that away. And then let's continue. We got a few more things left and we're done here. We're gonna take this little piece off. It's just 2 screws, or 3. One is hidden right behind that one, right over there. Let me see if you guys can see anything right there. So we get those 2 out first. This will come with this whole piece, so there we go. I was trying to get this video over with quickly, so I ended up messing up a lot of things, a lot of mistakes that I made, but hey, what can you do? Trying to do things right and end up doing them wrong. But for the sake of speed, I guess there's just that. There's one more screw over there, and there's another one hidden right there on the side. So you loosen that one up as well. The hardest part is probably keeping track of all of this, but yeah, I'm kind of used to this whole screw thing, so I'll figure it out. Here, let's see how we can get underneath this. I don't even really know what this is for, honestly. I just know they're connected, so gotta get them out together. So yeah, let's just get this up. Maybe we can use some alcohol to not apply excessive force and risk damaging anything. Don't be scared, this is just a piece that is all connected together, so you just go underneath, get it loose, and you're out. That's it. What's left? There's this piece left. Let's see if we can get it off with just alcohol, and we'll be lucky if that's the case. I'm not really sure what these gold pads are for. I mean, I know they connect with the camera module. I don't know if it really makes a difference to the function. I will move them and put them in the new body later, but I'm not gonna do it on the video because that's just a waste of time. Let me see if I can get this out. So here, it may not come apart and you may think it's impossible, but this is really the only way to do it. You just have to alcohol and heat and prying. And this one definitely is not going to come off with just alcohol, so we have to plug in our hot air station. Just a second. It's just glued down very, very tightly, so there we go. You can apply about 250 on this thing, I guess, and nothing will really happen, so that's where I got my hot air station on. You just apply heat on that thing, get it nice and warm, and it will come off much easier. Otherwise this is going to be a fight. I remember the first time I did this like a year or so ago, and I was not sure how I was going to do any of that, but I did manage to get it out after like 20 minutes of being scared of applying too much heat and everything. So yeah, see, even after applying that much heat, it just doesn't even budge. I mean, that's pretty hot, so just apply some more alcohol and just keep trying. That's the only way, honestly. May look like it's not coming apart, that it's welded on, but I promise you it's not. You can even heat it up from the back since it's a metal mesh, so you don't really risk damaging anything here as long as everything else is already out. So yeah, you can just point it there. Let's see if that makes a difference. You never want to push from this side because you'll just end up deforming that mesh, and then it's gonna be hard to get your hands on this. See, it's moving now, and there we go. It's nice and loose and it came off. And yeah, you can just save that somewhere. Ideally you want to wait so that you don't end up burning your finger just like I did already. And yeah, make sure you take the mesh with you. See, mine didn't come off with the mesh. This is what we really need, otherwise dust will just filter through there and goodbye. And you don't want none of that. So yeah, that's really most of it. The magnets, I mean, it comes off piece by piece just by prying it up, and you can see it's already pretty loose, so you just can take this whole thing and transfer it over and you'll be good to go. I'm not going to show you guys how to do that. Important thing with these buttons, you do have to, before removing the buttons, take these things out. And you might be wondering why. Well, the way I do it is I get the other tweezer, because it has like a thick end, and you just pull on one side and it comes loose. Now you don't want to be losing these pieces, so you gotta be careful. You just pull on one side and it comes loose, and you just have to put it back in the same way. There's a little place right there where you have to insert it, and you're good to go. So you just take it out just like that. I'll show it one more time, and we can move forward with the rest. So you just pull on one side and it comes loose. On the other side, you just pull out and you're good to go. There we go. Yeah, and that one is a little bit bigger, but it's the same idea. And then to be able to pull it out, these are always connected on the right side. So as you guys can see, let me see if I can get this to focus right there. See, this piece, the one that looks like that, is the one that attaches on the back, and this piece is the piece that you pry up. See, it has like a little notch, a little spot in there. So you just, let me see, you just get your screwdriver underneath or in between that spot. I like to get it underneath, and you just pull up. You have to make sure the button is nice and pressed in, and you just pull and it comes off just like that, you see? And you can just pull it off. And to pull it back in, you just have to press it in and press it down until you hear a click. They always click, almost always at least. So yeah, I'll demonstrate it one more time. You get this thing underneath, see? Press the button in and pull, loose. There you go. That's it. That's how you get your buttons out. So yeah, from now on, the only thing that's left is these two antennas. I'm not really going to take them apart because we're running out of time. But you have the two screws here, and you just have to take it apart, really. You just have to make sure that you remember that these pieces, that you see there are like 4 pieces, you can see, they're always facing upwards, so you don't mount them the wrong way. So just make sure they're facing up, just like that. You just have to make sure it looks like that, and you're good to go. Yes? So yeah, after that, there's only one thing left. The microphone meshes. This can be really tricky and really annoying. I remember the first time I did it, and it's a pain in the butt, but there are plastic pieces here. 2 pieces there, 1 there. There's 1 piece right here. That's just, or maybe it's 2 pieces, but yeah, they're covered by these 2, so we'll have to take that apart. But it's the same idea, yes? Here, this is really hard to take apart, so you just want to apply some alcohol and some heat, but remember it's plastic, so you don't want to apply more than 100, 150 at most here, because you just don't want to end up making it crooked or anything like that. So yeah, how do I do this? I just get tweezer, grab it, and then let the tweezer go. Most of the times it works, sometimes it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, you can try it with one to just pull out on one side. This one doesn't seem to want to. And if it doesn't, then you can just, with the soft end, so you don't want it to be too sharp, you just push into one of the holes and it will just pop it off for you right there, as you guys can see right there. So that piece just comes out first. You have to make sure and remember that it's placed like that, because there's only one way to put it back in, just like that. So the high end has to be on the back side, and then you just put this in and push out that mesh that is inside of it. This part, you really can't even sneeze or breathe too hard, because if these things disappear, good luck finding them. So yeah, you just pinch them and they should come right out. These ones really don't want to. Seems like they're comfortable there, but you get the idea. They're just pissing me off. Everything is just pissing me off today and doesn't want to come out peacefully. But yeah, I'm just gonna grab it with the fine tweezer, or just, let me see what I can do. It's stuck somewhere with some glue and it's being annoying, but there you go. That's the mesh. Just get it apart right there. So that goes with that one, and then there's another piece right there that just goes alone. So you just, again, pinch it. Not that hard ideally, but yeah, you get that piece out together with its mesh that I probably already damaged. No, it's fine. So yeah, just like that, you do the same process right over there. You just heat this up with the prying knife or tool or whatever you want. You can loosen this plastic up, it comes off. You have to do that same process that I just did right there. Place them in the new body if yours don't come with one inside, and you're basically done. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was a long ass video, both of them, and imagine it would have been a lot longer too, but hey, at least this way you have an idea of how you can do it. And yeah, the rest is on you, and it's all about practice, remember. Can't really get it the first time, it takes a lot of time, but yeah, you get used to it eventually. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you around. Bye.